Morning everyone, sorry I'm a bit late. Hope you're all well. So for those of you that haven't been on the Monday career series, this is episode 5 and this is Every Day's a School Day. This is just the importance of continuous learning. So I'm Nikki Thomas, for those of you that don't know me, career success coach, speaker, writer, podcast host of Winning in Work. So I'm here basically to help you win in work and to help you turn your rat race into a work happy place. So what we want to talk about is the point of learning. You know, what's the point in continuously learning? We're coming up to appraisal time, which is, you know, it's a difficult time. Like, a lot of people think that appraisals are just, you know, a tick box exercise. And you're more than welcome to think like that. But the thing is that by the appraisal time is really your time to shine. It's your time to figure out what you want for your career. It's the only time really that you have that you're given an open stage to ask the question of, you know, where do you want to go next? What do you want for your career? This is a time when you can be asking for, you know, a pay rise. This could be a time for actually asking for training and development. You know, so many times we can get given training and development at work, but it's not really what we want to do, it's what they want us to do. And with that, you know, that's great in a way. Sometimes you don't even know that you need it. Sometimes you don't even know that you need more Excel skills or PowerPoint skills or, you know, team building skills. But the thing is that the point of going into an appraisal, knowing what you want and what the training that you want, is a complete game changer, because then that puts you at the front. That means that you're taking full control. Because I mean, how many of us are you know, learning new things in our jobs right now? You know, are you put in the comments below, are you actually learning something new at work every single day that you go in? Are you learning what you want to learn, or are you learning what they're telling you to learn? Because that's really, really important. If you are learning what you want to learn at work, brilliant. You know, and that you can feel yourself progressing and you know that you can take your job to the next level, awesome. But if you don't, I've got a few people watching, so hi to everybody. You know, type in the comments below, you know, are you learning every single day? Are you learning what you want to learn at work? You know, or are we just doing the same things every day and we feel proud of ourselves because we're just know-it-alls? Because we all want to learn. Deep down, that's what we all want. And, you know, thank the millennial generation for this, because they are the people that have been the ones banging the drum for wanting to learn. You know, and you know, are we enjoying the new things that we're learning? This is so important, because if you're not enjoying all the stuff that you're meant to be learning in your job, then you're kind of stuck where you are, because if you're not enjoying it, you're not really going to take it seriously. And so many people that I know will say about training and go, oh yeah, here we go, we're going to another training course for the week. If that's how you feel about training, then you're in the wrong job, or you're learning the wrong things because they're not something that you personally feel passionate about. And if you don't feel passionate about it, you're not going to give it a real go. So have a real think. Are you actually learning every single day at work? If so, type in the comments below and let me know. And if you're not, why not? Why are you not making the effort to learn something new? Most people want to progress, and I'm not saying that you have to progress and climb that career ladder, but I'm saying that you need to always keep your brain active. So, you know, one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and we always talk about, you know, winning in work, is about being motivated and inspired at work. And in order to be learning something new and taking the time to ask for what you want for your career, you are getting that motivation, you're getting inspired, you're becoming more productive, and you're becoming more enthusiastic. And the way that you do that is through asking for it. You know, a lot of people say about pay gap, and I've been writing about pay gap recently for a publication that will be coming out soon. And one of the things they say is about, you know, why is there such a huge pay gap? And the biggest reason is because people don't ask for it. You know, no employer or nobody who owns a business or a good business that's doing well is going to say, well, I'll just, actually there are some people that would, but a lot of people will not just say, look, I'll just give the employer a pay rise to keep them happy. A lot of the time you've just got to ask for it. And a lot of the time an employer will say, yeah, sure, or demonstrate to me why you think you're worth it. And that's when the appraisal comes, and that's when the training comes, and that's when you say, well, because I've done this, this and this. You know, learning also makes you more focused. It makes you in control of your career, as I said before. It makes you more positive because you know what you're working towards. You're in control. You're not just feeling like another worker bee, another person in the rat race. By picking and doing continuous learning and development and choosing what learning and development you want to do, you don't become you are an employee, but you're not. You actually become your own person. You become more of somebody else that is an active person in the organisation. You're not just going into work because you're told to go into work. You're going into work because you know you're going to learn something new. And if all of this is not enough to convince you that continuous learning is really important in the workplace, then think about it this way. A lot of our older generations, they didn't have this. They were not given the opportunity to learn like we do now. A lot of our older generations didn't go to university. Learning was you learn on the job and you get told what to learn by your employer. So a lot of the time, by not proactively going out to learn, it really does prevent it's cognitive decline. It really is just like it's that your brain stops working. They've got no reason to carry on learning. And there are so many things that you can do, whether it's sort of mind games that you do, like, do you remember everyone you having a Nintendo back in the day and doing the brain training, or Sudokus, or all that sort of stuff? Keep it up. When you're in the workplace, you've got all access to all this other training and development that you can do, or you can ask your employer for training and development. In the UK, I know that a lot of employers have money set aside for training and development because they have to by law. It's like a government initiative. So ask them if you can use that part, because that is what you can use to keep you training. And if you don't, the problem is that your brain will start to slow down. If you are in a job that you're doing every single day, you've got no interest in learning anything new, chances are after a while your brain will stop learning because you're not using it. And that's fine if that's what you want to do, but it will affect you in older years. So it's really important that you continue with your learning now because it will help you at a later date. People like talking to Jeremy, who's watching actually, about CPD, which is all about professional development, and they have to do certain jobs effectively ask you to do a certain amount of hours every year or over a course of a few years. That is really important, and that's the reason why the world is always changing and you've always got to continually learn. If we didn't learn, think about how far we've got from, say, 10 years ago to where we are now, or if we started work, say, 20 years ago to where we are now. The world has changed, our computer systems have changed. We've moved to Microsoft XP or whatever it is, and we've gone from Microsoft One, where we end up with just I was talking to somebody about paperclip recently, and how it's changed so much, and you've got to continually learn. There are so many things that change on computer systems that we need to be on top of. So I hope that kind of gives you a bit of an idea on the importance of continuous learning. And let me know, are you learning at the moment? Do you want to learn? What is it that you really want to learn more about? Do you want to change jobs? I mean, that's always a way that most people look into reskilling, but that isn't the only reason to look for a new job. It's not the only reason, to train, is to upskill. There are so many reasons to train. Another reason for training as well is one point when I say about cognitive decline is actually because it does affect your mental health quite significantly. By continuously learning and continuously proactively going out and learning something and doing something for yourself, you are giving yourself a better self-image, so a more positive self-image, and it's been proven that it actually helps with depression. So I'm not saying that you all need to go out and study and spend thousands in a degree or a master's or a PhD or whatever. It's nothing like that. It's just making small little changes every single day to learn. So ask your employer, what kind of learning, what kind of training programs are there? Make the effort to learn. It's speaking to friends, it's speaking to family, finding out what they're learning about. It's maybe even doing a little bit of Sudoku every now and again, or a few little mind games. But little things every single day, always keep learning, and sit at your job today and think about it. What are you actually learning in your job right now? And what do you want to learn? Where do you want your career to go? Because if you want your career to move up a few levels, brilliant. That's where you need to start working towards. If you want to stay in the job that you're in and you're quite content, brilliant. But then at the same time, see how you can expand on it. See what other skills you can get from your company right now. As I say, all companies offer training and development. It's just up to you to take it. And with appraisal time coming up, this is the perfect time to start asking for what you really want in your career. So I hope that's helped. If you like what you hear, give me a like, give a comment below. And yeah, I'm here every Monday, 8 a.m. and just providing support, tips, talk about your career. Any questions that you have, feel free to drop them in the box as well. If you watch it on replay, let me know. And yeah, it's all about finding happiness at work. So follow me on Twitter, follow me on Insta, and I'll see you next week. Bye.